Millennium TV, bridging communities worldwide. We broadcast diverse international content from Europe, Asia, Africa, and now right here in the USA. Watch us via Roku on your smart TV. Submit your own content to 1530entertainmentllc@gmail.com. Download the Millennium TV app from the App Store to stream our shows anywhere, anytime. Millennium TV.
Do you like NASCAR? Do you like a Tribe Called Quest? Well, you gonna love the Urban Conservative.
Do you like manwich and nachos? Well, then you love the Urban Conservative.
Do you like guns? Do you like butter? Well, you're gonna love the Urban Conservative.
Yo, what's good, son? You like pit bulls, say? You like solving Sudoku puzzles? Then you gonna love the Urban Conservative.
Hey, buddy, if your car making a sound like this, you might want to get you some power steering fluid and check out the Urban Conservative podcast.
Are you repulsed by the idea of drag queen story time at your local library, but enjoy Carol Baskin TikTok memes? Then you would enjoy the Urban Conservative.
Do you want to slap your boss and then go home and make yourself some golden brown pancakes covered in butter and freshly made warm boysenberry syrup? Then you'll love the Urban Conservative. This season of the Urban Conservative podcast is brought to you by Newton for Senate, working to improve education, reduce taxes, and keep North Carolina #1 for business. Find out more at newtonforsenate.com. This episode of the Urban Conservative has also been sponsored by Case Technology Consulting. Help your business get value out of its data and become more efficient and streamlined. Case Technology Consulting. Check out the link in the description. What up, ladies and gentlemen? It's Monday night. You are checking out the Urban Conservative Podcast live on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. I am Abdul Ali. I'm joined by my twin brother, Raheem, Architect Soto, and we appreciate each and every one of y'all that support the content. As always, jump in the comment section. Let us know where you're watching from so we could give you the shout out that you deserve, bro. How's it going this Monday for you?
It's going. We're doing the actual real podcasting tonight, so we off camera, but we still support. Appreciate all the support. Like my brother said, make sure to hit the like, follow, subscribe. We're gonna have an interesting conversation tonight. Once again, shout out to our partners over at Millennium TV 24. Shouts out to Noah, shouts out to Big Stu, and of course, shouts out to our families, man, that support us, that keep us able to rock out doing this. And again, if you want to support the podcast, you can use the information that's on your screen right now, Cash App, $ TU Conservative, or head over to the website, tuconservative.com. Get yourself a membership. It's a pretty cool site. And you get up to date on the blog. It's nice and curated for you. And there's some exclusive content over there. And 2023 has been the kickoff of our new blog that we dropping. So I'm excited about that and all types of other goodies. You can get your TUC.
Yeah, one thing I was going to say, bro, is we now have muggage. We've got t-shirts. I mean, you guys can really support the Urban Conservative by visiting tuconservative.com. So, let's jump into this, bro.
Right. Because I left Minority Speaker Jeffries on the screen here. And all right. Now, before we get into this,
right,
somebody has to define Extreme MAGA for me. Okay.
Wait, what?
Extreme MAGA.
Somebody
gonna need you to define.
Hold on. So what is let's do this. You know how we give it up. What does MAGA mean?
make America great again. And
So
if I got
now,
that wrong, folks, if I got it wrong, if MAGA doesn't mean make America great, that's what I think it means, though. Okay.
okay, so put the word extreme in front of that, or
Extreme.
where it fits.
Okay, wait. Let me Google the word extreme. I don't want to use my own understanding of the word extreme.
Because he
All right.
clearly said extreme, and Joe
MAGA.
Biden in that speech a couple of months back. It's
All
like
right.
the
Adjective
extreme
meaning-
MAGA Republicans, extreme
Hold
MAGA
on.
Republicans.
Okay, extreme means
If anybody in the comment
Adjective.
section knows how many times he said extreme MAGA Republicans in that speech, put it in the comment section for us.
Yeah, it says existing in a very high degree. So let's substitute the word extreme for that. Instead of saying extreme MAGA, let's say existing in a very high degree MAGA. Okay.
All right. Or
going to
because
great-
it makes
oh,
more
hold
sense. Okay.
Hold on. Going to great or exaggerated lengths MAGA.
Okay. No, I still don't see what the problem, because the issue you're having is because we talk about making America great. I don't know. Okay. How could you be? Are we talking about like expelling non-Americans from America? Like, are we talking about
I
like?
don't know. How many
I'm like,
MAGA
I'm just trying to.
How many racist MAGA dudes do you know?
Good question. I'm thinking
Are
about
there
all
any
the like.
black MAGA dudes? Like, are there any? Does anybody black want to make America great again? I'm just curious. Is anybody?
I'd fall into
that's
that
black
category.
and, well, besides you,
I know a few. I know a few black folks that would love to make America great again. I absolutely do.
All right. Do you want America to be extremely great again? I mean, does
I
anybody
would want, if by extremely great you mean less than $6 a gallon gas. If by extremely great you mean less than $9 for 12 eggs, bro. If by extremely great you mean a plentiful strategic oil reserve. If by great you mean
Okay. All right, hold on. So
okay.
now that we know that this is a political term, right?
Okay.
Extreme MAGA, right? And again, he tweeted this. His tweet was something to the effect of. Let me just go to the actual tweet here on my phone. His tweet, and I responded to it. And ladies and gentlemen, head over to Twitter. We're at TU Conservative over on Twitter. We since the Elon takeover, I've been a little more active on our Twitter feed. So head over to TU Conservative on Twitter. Give us a follow. His tweet was pretty, and it'll get into why this video is on the screen, but I asked him in the tweet, what can he define? He says we will seek common ground to make progress for everyday Americans, but never bend the knee to an extreme MAGA Republican agenda. That's his tweet from a day ago. And my question was, can you define the extreme MAGA Republican agenda? Can you define that? What is that?
All right. Good question. So
On the stream, he appeared Sunday. As you can see, he did meet the press on Sunday. And the interesting part about this interview, to me anyway, is that you got something scrolling down there that I don't really need scrolling.
That's the Twitter.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Unscroll it because it threw me off. But he did meet the press Sunday, and this is what you get.
Well, our general concern is that the dysfunction that was historic that we saw this week is not at an end; it's just the beginning. And while
wait.
What
was the question?
The functionality of the McCarthy made in order to gain the speakership. What are the ones that concern you the most about the functionality of the House?
Well, our general concern is that the dysfunction that was historic that we saw this week is not at an end, it's just the beginning. And while the Congress was held captive this particular time, what is going to be a problem is if the American people will be held captive over the next 2 years to the extreme MAGA Republican agenda that apparently has been negotiated in.
Yo, he just shot out. You know that
Over the next 2
somewhere
years,
back
to
there,
the
he was
extreme
like,
MAGA
extreme MAGA Republican agenda, extreme MAGA Republican agenda, extreme MAGA. He had to
It's
say
going
it
to be a
over and
problem
over.
is if the American people will be held captive over the next 2 years to the extreme MAGA Republican agenda that apparently
Hand motion with it. See, for those of y'all that are only listening, right? For those of you only listening, he's doing hand motions with the statement. So it's a little cringy, but let's get through this because that's his first extreme MAGA Republican agenda, right? That was the first one.
That was the first one.
has been negotiated into the MAGA Republican agenda that apparently has been negotiated into the House rules and the functioning of the Congress. That's going to undermine the health, the safety, and the well-being of the American people. It may undermine national security and a robust defense, and undermine our ability to actually advance an agenda that is anchored in kitchen table pocketbook issues and not extremism.
You know, one of the
Wait, hold on. So wanting
Let's
to
start
make
this over,
your
just for
country
the
great
record.
is
So
extreme.
this is the question.
Let me start with your take on the concessions Kevin McCarthy made in order to gain the speakership.
Okay. So Kevin McCarthy made some concessions to become the speaker. Do we know what those concessions are?
We do.
Okay. I'm going to pull them up. Okay. And here's what I want to do. I want to see if these are extreme MAGA. Maybe this is extreme MAGA. I don't know because I still haven't figured that out. So here we go. And this is not even from a right-wing spot. This is from CNN reporting this. So here you go. In exchange for the speakership, any member can call for a motion to vacate the speaker's chair. So there's no more dictatorship like there was under Nancy Pelosi. A McCarthy-aligned super PAC, the Congressional Leadership Fund, agreed to not spend in open Republican primaries in safe areas. Okay. The House will hold votes on key conservative bills, including a balanced budget amendment, congressional term limits, and border security. No wonder that's terrifying the hell out of Democrats.
He's scared to death.
Yeah. Efforts to raise the nation's debt ceiling must be paired with spending cuts. What is so extreme about that?
And watch how he slides this in. He's going to mention this in the interview. Right? So
Move 12 appropriations bills individually instead of passing separate bills to fund government operations. Okay. More Freedom Caucus representation on committees, including the influential House Rules Committee. In other words, let's get some conservatives on the Rules Committee. I ain't mad at that. Cap discretionary spending at fiscal year 2022 levels, which would amount to lower levels for defense and domestic programs. Y'all got to know what discretionary means. Discretionary means, bro. 72 hours to review bills before they come to the floor. So you're not going to pop this 5,000 page bill on me on Friday morning and tell me I got to vote on it on Saturday morning. You're not doing that. Give members the ability to offer more amendments on the House floor. Create an investigative committee to probe the weaponization of the federal government. Oh, crap. No wonder he's terrified. Restore the Holman Rule, which can be used to reduce the salary of government officials. Make sense to you, bro? Why Hakeem is terrified? Makes sense to me. I mean, those are the concessions.
Extreme though? Is it extreme? The question is it extreme?
Okay, hold on. I'm gonna look at this again. Hold on. I just want to make sure. So any member can call for a motion to vacate the speaker's chair. That doesn't seem extreme. McCarthy PAC, the Congressional Leadership Fund, won't spend in open Republican primaries that are safe seats. Duh. The House will vote on key conservative bills, including a balanced budget amendment, congressional term limits, and border security. Okay. Is that extreme?
No, it doesn't seem extreme.
Okay, hold on. I'm just trying. I know we just read this. I'm just efforts to raise the nation's debt ceiling must be paired with spending cuts. What is extreme about that?
I'm going to go with nothing.
Move 12 appropriations bills individually instead of passing separate bills to fund government operations. Okay. More Freedom Caucus representation.
Okay, I understand. I know what it is.
What's that?
It's
What's that?
So what he's getting at is because there was allegedly some concessions also that had to be made in relation to committee assignments and things of this nature that were being held over people's heads. Like, because we're transparent over here. So I don't know if that's extreme MAGA or if that's how it works. I mean, because if Pelosi did it, right, which is the argument that Pelosi would hold speaker assignments and committee assignments over people's heads.
Because that's all you got.
So was that extreme MAGA, Mr. Jeffries?
When she did it, was that okay?
Got it?
No, that's fair.
So now we know what this question is.
What are the ones that concern you the most?
What are the concessions that concern you the most? And you ready for his answer?
Let's go. Functionality of the House.
Well, our general concern is that the dysfunction that was historic that we saw this week is not at an end, it's just the beginning. And while the Congress was held captive this particular time, what is going to be a problem is if the American people will be held captive over the next 2 years to the extreme MAGA Republican agenda that apparently has been negotiated into the House rules and the functioning of the Congress. That's going to undermine the health, the safety, and the well-being of the American people. It may undermine national security and a robust defense, and undermine our ability to actually advance an agenda that is anchored in kitchen table pocketbook issues and not extremism.
You know, one of the
listen. The only thing that I could think on this list of concessions that he's talking about is the fact that it says one of the concessions was more Freedom Caucus representation on committees, including the House Rules Committee. That is the only thing that I could think of that would stretch that. But everything else here seems to me to be something that would benefit the American people, bro.
So what it looks like is this is pretty much a continuation of the left's anti American agenda, which is a really socialist Marxist agenda. Clearly, he's been supported by a certain class of people, Mr. Jeffries. With all due respect, it is historical. His nomination, his minority speakership is historic without question. We won't take that from him, but that does not make him any less swampy. All right.
Yo. So one thing y'all gotta do real quick, and ladies and gentlemen, right around the 20-minute mark, you're checking out the Urban Conservative Podcast. This is a Monday night. We appreciate y'all chilling with us on a Monday night. Jump in the comment section. Let us know where you're watching from. Give us a like, share, subscribe. We appreciate all that. One thing I gotta bring up real quick before we leave this Hakeem Jeffries issue thing, though, right? Because in one breath, we talk about how historic it is and all of that. But we did a little backdrop. We did a little background research, okay? And Representative Jeffries is the Democratic leader, blah, 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 highest ranking Democrat in the House of Representatives. I didn't tell you we were going to say this off air, but doesn't him being in that position spit in the face of the leftist ideology that America's a racist nation? And couldn't I say that he is an Uncle Tom for being in the Congress and he's part of the problem holding the black man down? Couldn't I say that?
Technically, if we follow their logic to its logical end, yeah, you could.
I'm just saying, bro, it's kind of stupid. But listen, He is a tireless advocate for social and economic justice. He has worked hard to help residents recover from the devastation of COVID-19 and reform our criminal justice system, improve the economy. He was the former chair of the Democratic Caucus, whip of the Black Caucus, and co-chaired the Democratic Policy and Communications Committee, where he helped develop the For the People agenda. Now, if y'all never heard of this For the People agenda, he's talking about they want to get to something that's kitchen table, pocketbook politics. Here's what the people's agenda. They don't say the rest of it. It's the people's agenda, a progressive roadmap for Congress. That's what it is. It's talking about a progressive road.
How slick these that's slick. So they name it publicly, they say what?
The people's agenda.
But the actual name of it is,
when you go to progressives.house.gov, the people's agenda, a progressive roadmap for Congress in 2021. Here, check this out. The 7 planks outlined in the people's agenda are: provide COVID relief that meets the scale of the crisis and addresses the disproportionate harm to Black, Indigenous, people of color, and other vulnerable communities. Wait a daggone second. Black, Indigenous, and people of color. What does that even mean?
It means
are Black people and Indigenous people not people of color?
That means it's time to take a quick commercial break. We'll be right back on the Urban Conservative Podcast. Yikes.
Millennium TV, bridging communities worldwide. We broadcast diverse international content from Europe, Asia, Africa, and now right here in the USA. Watch us via Roku on your smart TV. Submit your own content to 1530entertainmentllc@gmail.com. Download the Millennium TV app from the App Store to stream our shows anywhere, anytime. Millennium TV.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, you're tuned into the Urban Conservative Podcast. You're listening on Apple Podcasts, Spotify. What else are we on? We on Alexa. We on iHeart.
We on everything you on, and if we ain't on it, you need to let us know. That's
pretty much that. Yeah, do that. Do that for us. Listen, let's close up this Hakeem Jeffries thing. This really extreme progressive, and the word extreme here means a large amount of nonsense, right? Because when we say extreme progressive or extreme leftist, right, these are the pro let's get rid of the babies, pro really weird class-based law people that regular justice isn't enough for. I had somebody tell me they are fighting for social I can't even, anything with social justice is just me up. But this is those people. This is the end of the spectrum that Minority Speaker Jeffries is coming from and speaking for. Clearly, he's speaking for the established left wing of the Democratic Party, and maybe he is somewhat could be somewhat moderate. I guess would be a moderate Democrat, maybe, but. You know, he's from New York, so he's allowed a lot of foolishness. He's been party to a lot of foolishness and a lot of undermining of the will of the people. So I don't think he's going to win the battle against the extreme MAGA Republicans agenda because Mr. Jeffries, most people want cheap gas. Mr. Jeffries, most people don't want to be labeled as terrorists by the federal government because they want to go to school board meetings. Mr. Jeffries, we want the kids to be able to read, sir. We want them to be able to write. We do not want them being educated in homosexuality in elementary school. We don't want that. So your extreme leftist progressive congressional agenda includes that, and all of these earmarks that Speaker Pelosi and the rest of them co-signed, all of this money for these nonsensical, disgusting, abhorrent programs teaching children about things they have no business teaching them about. Those are extreme things, and it's a tragedy that you won't speak on those things. So we're done with that, and he will lose the battle against extreme MAGA.
Sounds about right. Sounds about
Switch
right to
this
me.
up. Let's switch this up. Biden went to the border. That's what happened.
Finally. Finally.
You
Yeah,
got a
yeah.
picture or
Yeah.
something? You got a Biden gif we can put up?
See if you can find one. But
All right, I'll find one.
Here's the interesting thing. While you talk about that, while you look for that Biden thing, right? Here's the best part of Biden going to the border. The best part of Biden going to the border was the letter that Greg Abbott gave him. That was the best part of it. Did you see that letter?
I did not.
Oh man, I'm about to pull that letter up in a second here. You have got to see what was on this letter. Look, I think it was appropriate, quite frankly. I think it was exactly what was necessary. I think it was a smart move for a governor in a state like Texas who's dealing with the border issue daily. I mean, the people in Texas, we've covered it on the morning show. We've covered it here on the Urban Conservative. You know, it is literally a situation where you have people's livelihoods in danger, people having children finding dead bodies and things like that on the border. You know, it is a terrible, terrible situation. So this is the actual letter. And if you're watching, I'm going to read this for you guys. If you're listening and you're not watching, here we go. It says, "Dear President Biden, your visit to the southern border with Mexico today is $20 billion too little and 2 years too late. Moreover, your visit avoids the sites where mass illegal immigration occurs and sidesteps the thousands of angry Texas property owners whose lives have been destroyed by your border policies. Even the city you visit has been sanitized of the migrant camps which overrun downtown El Paso because your administration wants to shield you from the chaos that Texans experience on a daily basis. This chaos is the direct result of your failure to enforce the immigration laws that Congress enacted. Under President Trump, the federal government achieved historically low levels of illegal immigration. Under your watch, by contrast, America is suffering the worst illegal immigration in the history of our country. Your open border policies have emboldened the cartels who grow wealthy by trafficking deadly fentanyl in even human beings. Texans are paying an especially high price for your failure, sometimes with their very lives, as local leaders from your own party will tell you if given the chance. All of this happens because you have violated your constitutional obligation to defend the states against invasion through faithful execution of federal law. Halfway through your presidency, though, I can finally welcome you to the border. Damn, that was good. When you finish the photo op in a carefully staged, managed version of El Paso, you have a job to do. You must comply with the many statutes mandating that various categories of aliens shall, in quotation marks, be detained and end the practice of unlawfully paroling aliens in mass. You must stop sandbagging the implementation of the Remain in Mexico policy and Title 42 expulsions and fully enforce those measures as the federal courts have ordered you to do. You must aggressively prosecute illegal entry between ports of entry and allow ICE to remove illegal immigrants in accordance with existing federal law. You must immediately resume construction of the border wall in the state of Texas using the billions of dollars Congress has appropriated for that purpose. You must designate the Mexican drug cartels as foreign terrorist organizations. On behalf of all Americans, I implore you, secure our border by enforcing Congress's immigration laws. Sincerely, Greg Abbott, Governor." If that was not a great letter, is that not a great letter, bro?
Yeah, it's a great letter. It should have came with a GIF, like a smackdown GIF. Like it should have had some type of animation to it. When are we gonna start stepping up our game with the whole electronic transmissions? Like we've been doing this stale letterhead thing forever. Like why isn't that circle up there like popping and glowing and spinning and stuff? Why, Greg? Why?
Because that is an official letter on paper that was given. You can't do that on
Oh,
paper.
that's what that was. All right, I thought everybody
He
just did it on their
handed.
phone. They're still printing letters. They're actually still
Yeah,
printing.
no, you still certain stuff you got to have wet ink signatures and authorizations.
Oh, I didn't know that was still happening. I thought we were to the point you didn't have to do that anymore. I thought it was
Nah,
just like,
son, because you know what I'm saying? You
PDF.
got to deal with the symbiotiography and you got to.
Wow.
Yeah,
So
you got to have, you got to
with the-
sign your nature, your essence to the paper, God.
Oh, so what you saying is that in order for there to be a transmissal of the information that has
A
been
transmissal.
sedated into the equilibrium of the ongoing matter. Therefore, we must engage in extruding the wood, the wood fiber conglomeration that has been pressurized into the electronic device.
The reason it's on paper is because, you know what I'm saying, the trees exist in earth and in heaven, because the tree grow under the ground, it grow on the earth, and it grow above the earth. You know what I'm saying? So you put the essence into the tree, it encompasses all of the natural and supernatural elements contained in the tree being a part of the earth and above the earth. You gonna let me go with that?
Yeah, I was gonna see how long you were gonna go with that. So the fact of the matter is that Biden and them are full of crap. I gotta share this other video. He and again, we don't own the rights to any of this material we playing here. This is all
Before you play that though,
educational
I just got to
purposes.
say this, bro, because the governor's letter there points out something very interesting. It points out something very interesting to the average person at home that's watching MSNBC, that's watching CNN, that's watching these left wing, that's watching the Young Turks, that's watching all of these left wing media outlets, right? A sanitized version of El Paso. To your mind, because to the average leftist, they don't live in Texas, they don't live at the border, that they're not seeing this. That is jacked up that they would do that on purpose to put that out there like that. That's crazy.
I understand.
Pisses me off.
Let's set this up real quick. Listen to this real quick.
Out to the White House. What did they say about this visit?
Yeah, they told me that I couldn't attend, and the president essentially lied to my face. And this shouldn't surprise anyone. You know, I think it's important. And the president essentially lied to my face.
What did they say about this visit? Border, he says, "I will." The president saw you.
Who is that? Tell everybody who that is.
He said to him, "Let's talk about the border." He said, of course, Uvalde, Congressman Tony Gonzalez, a Republican. Congressman, how disappointed are you?
All right, so we've established this as Congressman Tony Gonzalez.
That when the president saw you at Uvalde, you said to him, "Let's talk about the border." He says, "I will, Tony." But yet, when you reached out to the White House, what did they say about this visit?
Yeah, they told me that I couldn't attend, and the president essentially lied to my face. And this shouldn't surprise anyone. You know, I think it's important that we have Republicans that are constantly pushing the administration to go, no, I want to work with you. I want to find solutions. They want all Republicans to just give up. But this wasn't about solving problems. This was a partisan trip that was just made as a photo op. You know, it took the president 80 years to get to the border. I suspect it's going to take another 80 years before he comes back. Clearly, this shows the administration has zero interest in solving this. They think it's a political problem. They don't think it's a policy problem. The videos that I shared a few weeks ago highlight this isn't a political problem. Bush, Obama, Clinton, Trump certainly never had problems like this.
Folks, what are we gonna do with these people? So, I mean, your man's out here lying. You know what I mean? Your man out here lying to people's faces.
Wait. But this is the same president that y'all voted for that said, we want to unify. We want to pull everybody together. What better way to unify the country than have a Republican congressman, border representative from Texas down there with you?
Yeah, I don't know. You know, it's a very strange thing, Ali, when
but at least he got there.
You made a valid point, right? And you have people saying stupid things like borders are stupid, and you keep saying like, well, then just get rid of your front door. Then like, why do you have a bathroom door? Like, why do you have a fence in your yard for your dog? Why? Explain it to me. Why do you have it there? Why do you have property lines? Just tell me, jackass. Why do we have them?
Hold on, you gotta no. Wait a second. You gotta hear some of this, because the reality of it is, bro, people on the left don't want to deal with logic, man. They don't want to deal with facts. They don't want to deal with logic. They don't want to deal with the reality that the things they're standing for, allegedly think they're standing for, are hurting people. Like actually, tangibly, physically hurting people. This whole thing that my brother was talking to y'all about was earlier in the day. I'd made a comment on a post, and from time to time we go in and we troll. And we have some fun with our liberal friends because sometimes you can have a realistic conversation with people. So the post is based. I'll even here. Look at that, bro. Look at that. What do you think about that? What do you think about that, bro?
I can't see that.
It says your enemy is not the refugee. Your enemy is the one who made him a refugee. If you leave your country, didn't you make you a refugee? I'm just saying.
Wait a minute. Let me figure this out. I am a little slow right now. If you made you the refugee, you your own enemy?
So here's what I'm saying. I went down here and I said, yo, a refugee would present themselves properly to enter our country. Is that a fair statement?
I think that's a fair statement.
All right. They do, and y'all still bitch them out. I said, you'd be incorrect. Many conservatives like myself have family that had to come and do it the right way. It's also not helpful to put people into buckets like that. Because you just put all conservatives into this one bucket. Mm-hmm. All right. The neoliberal, hold on, look at this jar. Oh my God, you're going to love this word salad, bro. This guy hit me with a word salad. Hold on. Sadly, you are clueless to the realities that faces economic refugees who were created by U.S. policies. Conservatives can be Where to go? Asylum seekers don't cross borders illegally, right? Am I wrong about that?
No.
And he goes, some guy goes, go sit yourself down. And I was like, I don't think I will. Now, what do you suppose you can do about the fact that I don't want to sit down? He said, oh no, I don't debate morons. You will just try to drag me down with your level and beat me with experience. You may go now. I said, oh, the big mean man called me a name. There it goes. You see that? The borders themselves are illegitimate.
Oh my God.
That's like saying your front door is illegitimate.
You, sir, are slow. If the borders are illegitimate, right, Mr. I'm not even going to say your name. You're not even getting on this.
After looking, this is where it got good. He said, after looking at your Facebook, I was surprised that you can read. What? I said, thanks for taking a look. I honestly don't care enough about what you think to look at yours. I didn't even go look. I said, I'm sure that there's not very many original thoughts, just a bunch of memes. And then he says, glad to have a fellow North Carolinian commenting, regardless of which side of the imperious duopoly you let deceive you. I said, sure. I appreciate you taking away my capacity to analyze things, think critically, and hold a position. Hold on, where's it goes?
Politics is a duopoly?
I guess so.
So what is the market? Because that term duopoly is the type where two firms have control over a market. It's a very specific term. It's a business term. It doesn't really relate to politics.
Yo, look, he said.
So it's just like you use the word that doesn't fit there, but you somehow think because you know the word, you're smart.
Oh, it gets better. He goes, typical Uncle Tom comment. For the record, the Bible doesn't differentiate between legal and illegal refugees. It does, but we're not going to even get into that. I said, thanks for the compliment. Uncle Tom is the hero of this story. Where's the word salad? There was one I was like, oh, there it goes, Rye. He said, hold on. Where's the word salad? Because somebody hit me with a word salad.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, while he's
Yeah, it's but whatever. It's word salad.
Oh,
It's all word
I was gonna
salad.
let you take a break before we do this last segment. If you can find your word salad. Ladies and gentlemen, don't forget every morning, check out Top of the Morning with Adul Ali right here on the Urban Conservative. You can do that on Facebook. You can do that on Twitter. You can do that on YouTube. You can catch the replays on Millennium News 24, on Roku, Amazon, Apple TV, Fire TV. What are we on? What are we on? What else are we on, Ali? We on Samsung.
We're on Apple. We're on Amazon. We're on Roku. We're on Samsung. We're on Jadu. We're on every goddamn thing.
So
pretty
make sure
much
you do that. Make sure you tap in that way. Listen, it doesn't look like you're gonna find your word salad, and we're at the 40
I can't find it. I don't want to get lost in the comments. Womp. So what's this last segment? What we getting at tonight?
Well, the last segment, the last piece to this puzzle was this, and I'm gonna tell y'all because personally, the border situation, we don't have a lot of time to fix because lots of people have already came and we don't know who these lots of people are. So the sooner that the sooner that Speaker McCarthy and the rest of the Republicans in this Congress can get these bills through and get these things tabled and done, we might be able to stem the flow of this. Title 42 is going to remain a very important part to this, as well as yeah, there are some problems, and this is one thing we have to make sure we table, Ali. Republicans don't think everything at the border is perfect. We never did. Like, so there's always ways to make processes more efficient. There's also ways to update processes and maybe adapt to some of the claims that are being made. Sure. We never said everything's perfect at the border. Republicans have never said that. So we have to continue to want to work on things and get things better. But at the same time, having a free fall is kind of not the way to go. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see how this unfolds with this new house and coming into 2024. Over the next year, we got 2 years to see what we can get done, bro.
Sounds good to me. And ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be here covering all of it each and every day, each and every Monday night, 8 p.m. usually. We get on here around then. But then every morning, 8 a.m., Monday through Friday, the best 30-minute morning show on the planet, Top of the Morning with me, Adul Ali. And like my brother said, you can also jump on over to tuconservative.com, get yourself a membership, support us that way. And man, just stay here for the news updates and get it all together. I am so proud. I'm going to be if you want to come see one of us live, I'll be in Pasquotank County visiting with the Pasquotank County PAC on January 24th. February 6th, I'll be doing a Black conservative presentation down in Rowan County. So we're going to be pretty busy, bro. We'll stay pretty active.
Yeah, well, that is a fact. And tonight, Ali, we're gonna end off with a special report tonight. A matter of fact, you know what? You know what we're gonna do? Tomorrow morning, we got a special report. We're gonna run that special report tomorrow because we already at the 43-minute mark. So this is what we're gonna do, ladies and gentlemen. For my twin brother, Adul Ali, I'm Raheem Architect Soto. It's been Monday night on the Urban Conservative Podcast. Do us a favor, hit us with a like, hit us with a share, hit us with a subscribe over on our new YouTube channel at TUC Twins, and we will catch y'all Monday night. That's the thing.
Shouts out to Gay Dillard in the comments.
Word. All right. Peace, y'all.